everyone, welcome back. We have another episode of Husband Has Never Seen, and this time we are focusing on the movie Silver Linings Playbook. So this is a movie that I recommended. I didn't see it when it very first came out in the theater, but I saw it shortly after for the first time and wasn't sure what I thought about it. I remember the first time I watched it being like not sure about it for the first maybe half of the movie, and then wound up really loving it. And if you haven't seen it, I would just say to kind of give it an overview, it's takes a look at many different themes, but some of the main ones are like family, loss, and mental health, which is an interesting little side of it. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting, and because I actually one of my favorite movies now, and if my husband Eric has never seen it, so he has now, and let's see what he thinks about it. So what were your thoughts?
Well, first of all, she introduced this movie to me last year when it was on Netflix, and I thought it was going to be like a straight up comedy because Bradley Cooper was in it, and I know he's been in other films where they've been like either like serious films or something else. But in the first like 10 minutes, he does kind of come across as being like comedic, and then very slowly you begin to realize that okay, like this guy, he's been through a lot. So like basically the film is about a guy who is played by Bradley Cooper. He was a teacher, and he is being released from a mental hospital because he caught his wife cheating on him, and he walked in on the act, and understandably he beat the guy up. He didn't kill him, but he came real close, and because of that he was found to be bipolar or some other
right, he was undiagnosed bipolar is what they found out.
Right, so he was in the mental hospital, and once released he actually has a few restraining orders that he can't go to see his ex-wife or where she works, but he's got it in his head that they can still get back to together. So there's a lot of struggles with that. But what I really like is that it's not just about him and his mental health. His mom and dad have some signs of mental health problems, as well as his friends, and this other girl that he meets who's played by Jennifer Lawrence. And you know what, this film, it really isn't something that I could describe in words other than what I just said. I really feel like this film, in order to better understand it, you need to experience it and see it. But yeah, I definitely give it a recommendation. Since I first saw it last year, in the early part of last year, I've probably seen it 5 or 6 times because I like it so much.
Yeah, I'm always willing to rewatch it. And I didn't recommend or note. Sorry, I didn't say who the other cast was. I meant to say that before, but can I say something? I'm sorry.
Well, yeah,
interrupting.
Sure. No.
His parents are played by Jackie Weaver and by Robert De Niro. I blanked for a second there, and they're great too. And I thought that was an interesting side of it too, where he's an adult grown man who his parents are still involved, and still trying to help him in any way they can. And it just kind of shows that even if you're an adult, your parents are still your parents, and I thought that was a very interesting side of it. And Jennifer Lawrence's character too, they show her parents as well. So it's it was an interesting dynamic that even though you're a grown up, you still have parents. If God willing, your parents are still alive, which it's very fortunate that if that's the case, but that they're still your parents and they still want to help you. And it's just an interesting side of it too, that he's dealing with it, but also his parents are dealing with it, and his other family and friends. And it's just not him. It affects everybody. So.
Mm-hmm. And I also have to mention about how I had mentioned before about how there's the perception that Bradley Cooper is just known for his comedic roles, but I really do like how this film kind of has a good balance between seriousness and comedy. It's kind of similar to the comedy of Roseanne, where like something serious, is happening, but they like do it in a funny way, but then there's other aspects where something serious happens and you think that a like joke is going to be thrown in there, but no, it's actually a serious moment. And I really feel like all of them, like balance out real well. And I really like how we had, like talked about how almost everybody is having some sort of, like mental healthy like problem. They even, the one police officer who's been assigned to kind of like watch over him so he doesn't violate his restraining orders, they kind of hint that he himself has a mental health issue too. So I feel like this film kind of has a moral message where everybody's mental health is not perfect. And now that's not a bad thing. There's just, like different, like levels where you might need help or you can either help yourself. So, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of shows that it's universal. Like everybody has struggles, everybody has hard times in life that they're working through, and it's just a reminder of that too. So.
Yeah, but no, I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'd also throw in there too that if you haven't seen it, now might be a good time of year to watch it because there is a very strong football theme as well, and that's kind of fun. So if you are in football mentality or a big football fan, it has a storyline that's kind of driven by that too. So.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you get a chance to see the movie as well.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.